Global powers and the Arab nations are calling for Israel not to retaliate to the Iranian attack. But how do the warring rivals Iran and Israel compare in terms of militaries, firepower and war technologies? Let's find out in our special report on Fineprint.
As Israel weighs its options, Iran is warning it will respond in kind to any provocation. Waiting on the sidelines, the world doesn't have the appetite for another war. Russia, the Europeans and the Gulf nations are all urging Israel to exercise restraint. Amid all the concerns over an all-out war between Iran and Israel, how do the two militaries compare? Iran has one of the strongest militaries in West Asia. Its 49 million soldiers far outnumber Israel's 3 million troops. Not to mention, 2/3 of Israeli troops are already doing duty on the Gaza Strip. But what Israel lacks in numbers, it more than makes up in the vast technological edge over Iran. That's partly down to military and financial support from the US. Heavily sanctioned Iran has a military budget of $9 billion, just 1/3 of Israel's defense spending of $24 billion. On paper, Iran and Israel have an equal number of fighter jets. But Iran's air force is the weakest wing of its military. Nearly 2/3 of Iranian jets were bought before 1979. Israel, on the other hand, has the latest air fighting machines. Israel has American F-16s and F-35 stealth combat jets. Israeli jets have regularly showed their firepower in operations against militants in Lebanon, Syria and Gaza. Israel also has an upper hand with 2,000 tanks compared to Iran's 1,400 tanks. Israel has the state-of-the-art fleet of Merkava tanks, while the bulk of Iran's tanks are Soviet-era models bought in the 1990s. In terms of armored vehicles, Israel has over 65,000 compared to Iran's 43,000. Israel also has much faster, sleeker military vehicles. Though at a technological disadvantage, Iran's military could have a significant stockpile of the ballistic and cruise missiles and cheap unmanned aerial vehicles or drones, some of which it deployed against Israel on April 13th. But Israel can respond to the Iranian barrage with airstrikes of its own. Iranian air defenses are much less developed than the multi-layer system of Israel and its allies that was in evidence on Saturday night. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.